Hello, and welcome to GLD's CV and cover letter tips. First up is an overview of CVs. So let's begin. Ensure your contact information is right at the top, front and center. It should be seen with just a glance to your CV. You can also link to social media such as LinkedIn or Google Scholar. You can use an active link within a PDF or a QR code. If you do link to social media, please make sure it's up to date. Also, be aware that different regions have different requirements for what they want or don't want on your CV. For example, photos, nationality, gender, etc. When in doubt, look up examples for that country. These are some basic components that your CV should have. Depending on where you are in your career, what industry, what job you have or are applying for, some parts will be more important and some parts will not be necessary. The most important sections are your name and contact information, education, work experience, and skills. Make sure that your education and work experience are listed in reverse chronological order. So, what makes a bad CV? When your CV is cluttered, has long sentences, not enough spacing, or multiple columns, if it doesn't have section headings, these things make it difficult to read or find pertinent information. CVs over 2 pages are unnecessary unless you have a lot of work experience. It's also important to avoid using the pronoun I, slang and colloquialisms, and to omit irrelevant personal information. Be aware that underlining or italicizing words for emphasis can actually be distracting and have the reverse effect. So, what makes a good CV? A 2018 eye tracking study found that recruiters spend just 7.4 seconds on their initial skim for details. The focus is on the left and on headings, a sort of inverted L shape. They only look at supplementary information as needed. Take advantage of this by having clear headings in a bigger or capitalized or bolded font with plenty of space between the sections. It's also important to use a clear font such as Arial or Calibri and ensure that you don't use a font size below 10 point. You can make your CV stand out by using active language such as action verbs. For example, formulated, established, created, guided, displayed, etc. So, what to do when you have a CV with little work experience? When you don't have a lot of work experience, you want to ensure that you choose the right CV structure. Of course, your header will include your name and contact information. You may want to add a short profile paragraph to bulk up your CV. When you have little or no work experience, your education should be the uppermost section after your name, contact, and profile paragraph. You can also include relevant coursework or extracurricular work in your education section. Don't forget to include internships and volunteer work in your work experience. This is work experience. Even if you weren't paid, it is a valid experience. It's also important to include a skills section that you've tailored to the role to which you're applying. Some examples of skills you might include when you have little or no work experience are interpersonal skills, analytical skills, highly organized, detail oriented, time management, etc. You can also get some ideas of what they're looking for and see if they match up with your skills in the job ad. When you're writing your work experience section, focus on responsibilities, skills, and accomplishments. Most importantly, include only information that is relevant to the job to which you are applying. Don't forget to include the dates of employment. Also, begin to think about any gaps you have in your CV and be prepared to address them briefly in your cover letter and or in your interview. It can be helpful to create a skills section that can convey a lot of information quickly. Using terms like A1 or B2 to describe your language skills can be confusing and may not translate across different regions. So, using a 5-point rating system for your software skills and languages can be a super efficient way to convey your skill level. Again, tailor each CV, and that includes all sections, to the job you're applying for. And finally, please save your CV as a PDF and label it with your name and the type of document. For example, mine would be named my first name, my last name, CV. This is important because recruiters will be able to see what the file is named. And now on to cover letters. It's important to carefully read the job posting and tailor the content. They will tell you exactly what they are looking for. They may even list specific requirements for the cover letter. Before you start writing, think about why you want the job, what you can offer them, and how your experiences and skills make you a good candidate. Pay attention to keywords used in the job ad and utilize them in your cover letter to emphasize what you will bring to the role. Make sure to substantiate these claims with succinct and relevant examples. Your cover letter should be no longer than 1 page. The only exception to this rule would be if they provide for a longer word count, or perhaps you're asked to include your references. It's important to, again, include your name and contact information. It should be structured in a letter format, including the date and the hiring manager if you know their name. Make sure to write in paragraphs, avoiding a text wall, and ensure that it has a nice flow and is easy to read. Some general advice. Use spell check and triple check what you've written. If possible, ask for someone to read through it. Format the letter in a simple and clear manner. Make sure the font is easy to read and that it's legible in black and white, online, and in print. Avoid using slang, jargon, or undefined acronyms. The first round of eyes on your cover letter may not be an expert in your field. Double check that all of the information is correct and up to date. Generally focus your cover letter on how you can help, your skills, and what you bring to the table rather than what you'll get out of the job. Avoid focusing too much on your current job or education. Most importantly, research the company before you write the cover letter. Try to weave in something about their current projects. Again, save the cover letter in a PDF format and make sure to name the file with your name and cover letter. And now onto LinkedIn tips. This should be an extension of your CV. The basics. Make sure you have a current and professional looking photo in a headshot style. Choose a background photo or design that is relevant to your field, not the stock background. Take advantage of the headline. Write something that grabs attention. It doesn't have to only be your job title. Start growing your network now and aim for at least 200 connections. Use the endorsements feature. Endorse people you've worked with and request their endorsements as well. Make sure to update your profile regularly. And most importantly, interact with people. Like and comment on others' posts. Start a conversation. Consider LinkedIn as your online CV. Keep it updated and ensure that the same information is in your CV and on your LinkedIn. You can take advantage of the featured section to organize your CV information. If you're not already active, start sharing your current work or other research-related ideas and knowledge. Manage your audience. You can decide who should or should not see any updates that you post. Finally, and most importantly, build your connections now. It's easy to be hesitant to be active on LinkedIn. But if you want your research to be read by others, then social media is the way to do it, and LinkedIn is the right vehicle. Thank you for watching, and good luck creating attention grabbing CVs and cover letters.